let me do a little adjusting here, and then we'll get started.
Jeez, will you just take your mic out of your pocket? What the hell is that?
Hey, what's up, everyone? It's episode 41 of the Dcuo Project Podcast. We're back again. We got a full house tonight. It's going to take me a little while to introduce everyone. We got a couple of people joining us, kind of special guests tonight. We are joined by Vagrant. He missed us last week, but we got him this week, our PC guy. You feeling better, Vagrant?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was so sick over the phase dodge nerf that he couldn't even make it on the show.
He's probably glad he missed that show listening to you.
Yeah, there was a lot of heated argument last week on that show. Anyway, let me get on with the introductions. We've got joining us as usual is Kaiser, the resident smartass. Kaiser from the PS4 Contract Killers.
Oh, I got some hating to do tonight.
We've got Crappy Heels. What's up, Crappy?
Who the hell is that?
Who in the hell is Crappy Heels? I don't know. You need to pump your brakes, son. That's all I know.
I don't know. According
Aren't
to
you in your 30s? Aren't you like in your 30s?
Yeah, I'm fucking 30.
And we've also got Macabre. What's up, man?
Hi, have a great time.
There we go. He's our voice impersonator.
Oh, he does some cruel voice impersonations. You don't even want me to
Fuck
bring
off,
it up.
Crappy.
Fucking cruel man over here.
And our two guests tonight, we've got Mage Lord from the PS4. You're on the hero side, right?
Yeah, I am. I'm waiting for the chats to go crazy. You said my name. I'm waiting for all the comments to come in.
Well, like I said, we got Mage Lord. He's one of our guests. I've been telling him trying to get him on the show a couple of weeks. We had some problems last week with getting our Skypes hooked up. So we got him on tonight. He's got some stuff to talk about, I guess. And last but not least, we've got an old buddy of mine, the Puppeteer, is joining us in the chat. He normally can't join us on the show because he's got to act like he goes to school on Monday mornings early. But we all know that's not the truth. He's just scared to come on the show.
Yeah,
Afraid we'll call him out for being that bum he is. But anyway,
I'm scared. Public. I'm sorry.
Did I get everybody this week? Because I know Ninja got mad at me last week because I didn't introduce him right.
You didn't introduce him at all.
I mean that's what I meant. I skipped him on the intro.
Speaking of which, I'm surprised he didn't get him in here this week.
Well, we don't have room this week. We've got too many people. So anyway.
You're going to pay for that later. I hope you realize that.
Oh, he's not watching. I'm not worried. Well, even if he is, I apologize. I apologize for not introducing him, last week. So it made me look bad. So anyway, where are we starting tonight? What's going on with the game? What we got to talk about tonight?
Bezerk needs a nerf.
Oh, man,
Nerf
Bezerk does not need a nerf.
I knew that was
Berserk
coming.
needs to be nerfed.
Damn.
Especially in PvP. I've been one-sided by Berserk.
Everybody's
Jesus
crazy.
Christ, Crappy uses it in his tanking loadout. Dude, it's crazy.
This guy
Here
just
we
had
go
a
again.
field of the fire.
No, fucking Crappy out-healed both healers in A and B the other day.
Tanking.
Tanking.
Quiet, they'll nerf that too.
I know, right? Jeez, don't say that.
You can't. If you do it right, you can't kill a rage tank inside the fucking maze.
I was gonna put a video up of me surviving, like when the crystals get destroyed and that fucking light comes up in the maze and starts killing everybody. It's impossible for me to die. I could just keep drinking soda and refilling my power and not die. But I was like, if I put that video on YouTube, they're gonna nerf rage.
Yeah,
I was like, I can't even put that up.
probably a good chance. Or
God
somebody
forbid
picks
somebody
that up.
on the forum saw me living permanently in the fucking maze with the fucking insta-death shit killing me. Oh my god, nerf this, please. Slow
Or
the
they'll-
cooldown on the sodas.
Or they'll just buff the lasers.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, this ain't one shot inappropriately.
No,
Let's
they don't
buff
buff
it.
stuff. Are you crazy? Buff.
I'm gonna put 1-1 in the middle of this number, and then the rest are gonna be zeros. And they're gonna go across your screen like those old league names.
Yeah, there's a couple people on the forums crying about Berserk and PvP. But you know what? It's a supercharge. It's supposed to be awesome. And
I
you know
don't
what?
think you understand, though. You don't PvP like I do.
It ain't awesome all the time, though. If you counter that person one time, by the time they get back up, that shit's over.
So Mage Lord,
That's just about any counter, though.
Yeah, Mage Lord. We know Puppeteer's rage. We know he switched to rage. What is your power? I don't know.
I'm nature right now.
You're nature right now. What were you before you? Didn't you just switch recently?
Yeah, I switched my powers a lot. I've been nature for a while.
Oh, okay. All right. I just wanted to. I didn't
Change your
know.
policy.
I didn't know what point of view you were coming from. So.
Well, yeah, I say it's a good supercharge. If somebody could get it off, get a blue immunity, get it off, and execute it right, it's gonna do a good amount of damage. But that's what it's supposed to do.
See, and I read that forum. That was their whole argument. Was like, oh, they're going to get an immunity, then they're going to do that, then they're going to get another immunity while it's happening. If they could do all that in the time that supercharge is going on, they deserve to be whooping ass. I'm sorry.
Right.
You see,
I think they
here's my
deserve it.
problem.
And you could only get 2 outrages off through the whole combo of Berserk.
Yeah.
Well, maybe 3 because of the cooldown on it now. So you're really not doing a crazy amount of damage. I know people who ninja use it, and they just use stuff like Retch and weapon attacks, and then they're using Berserk, and they're doing ninja damage with it because everybody doesn't see the maces flying, and that's a lot more effective than trying to get fucking a bunch of outrages off and stuff like that.
And my problem is too, people are complaining because the whole groups are getting wiped by it. What the fuck y'all doing holding each other's dick and shit, sitting right next to each other, spread out? I mean, back up.
It's
You
togetherness,
said-
man.
I've
Togetherness.
been on both. I've been on both sides of Outrage. I've been out in the open world and used Outrage and Berserk. Well, before they nerfed Outrage, and I killed fucking 3 people trying to jump me with it. But I didn't even use Berserk. I just spammed them with fucking Outrage. I'm sure I could have killed them a lot faster.
That's
if I
that's
used
the
Berserk.
extent of Crappy's PvP in right there. I'm just gonna spam outrage.
I'm just gonna say every
I mean,
time,
like, what
every
else
time.
do you need?
It's supposed to be good though. It's a supercharge. It's
I mean,
the
come
first
on.
supercharge. It's actually
Outrage
good,
isn't a
except
supercharge.
strafing run.
I'm going to side with Crappy
I'm
this
talking
time.
Berserk.
Every time PvP people cry about something, the balance ends up being it's slightly underpowered in PvP and it's complete garbage in PvE after it gets rebalanced.
That's what's gonna happen. It's
They
already
need to learn.
supercharged
They
that
need
not
to
a lot of
learn how to adjust powers. Like when phase dodge got nerfed, how come there wasn't any kind of buff for might-based powers?
Well, look, they're
they're
complaining about Berserk wiping groups. Okay, let's go to an FOS 8 V8. What's going to stop me from grabbing the red buff and strafing run all 8 of you and killing you instantly?
exactly.
Well, they're bitching about
I'll
that.
do it anyway.
They're
Why?
bitching about the power ups now, also.
Like I can
Yeah,
one shot a
power-ups.
group of 8
Power-ups are
easily.
just as stupid.
I mean,
Like I
listen,
remember when Moon 5v5 was about to have power-ups, and then people were like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
Yeah, they
Remove
took them
that
out.
shit.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
new
that
the
was
new
pretty
moon.
stupid.
Yeah, they took them out.
I just don't understand why they were. Why is Moon 5v5 a fucking capture and hold? Just fix the way that capture and flag worked.
What was wrong with the Rock?
I liked
because
it. I don't know
Because
what's
everybody
wrong.
couldn't go
like,
in there
when
and just play it
PS3
as
would
a
have
death
rendering
match.
issues, and the Rock would fall through the floor.
Hey
for
guys,
some
since we have so many people on, let's try not to like overrun each other. Let one person talk and then let another person talk.
No,
I mean, the
just
best you
Talk-
can.
Just talk louder.
I mean, you know the best you can because we've got so many people. Just
But then
I mean-
then Crappy would be the only one talking.
no.
Let me raise my hand real quick. Go to
No.
Obsidian Chill's page and watch his PvP with Rage. He has a very good example of Berserk Supercharge. There was another Rage DPS on the other team that was very good. They were facing Odyssey, and the other team the guy was using Berserk too, and nobody died because the other team wasn't stupid and they stay on the Rage DPS because a Rage DPS has that supercharge, so you need to stay on that Rage DPS to make sure he's not getting immunities, make sure you're kicking his ass, and they had no problem with it. And when he
But the
used it,
thing is why should we have to always just watch out for Rage DPS?
hey,
It's not like that for any other power.
Well,
What's
isn't
the-
Photon
what's the big
Blast?
deal?
Oh, Wolf?
Isn't
Yes, it
Photon
is.
Blast
Well,
like that?
watch out
I
for the
mean,
Hey, well, something new comes out, you have to change your strategy. Why cry for nerfs when you could just change up your strategy? I know it's a lot easier to just cry to get something nerfed, but well, just fucking learn something different. Just
Well, it's not
adapt to
that
it.
easy though. Like Crappy. I'm not
No,
trying
man,
to say
I
nothing
totally,
bad
I
about
totally
you, but
know that it's not that easy, and people are gonna get it off.
well,
But
let
it's
him
not
talk,
gonna-
Crappy. You won't even
It's
let
not
him.
gonna seal the deal and make a win. What are you gonna use it once, twice, maybe in a PvP
that
match?
makes wins. I got a video. I'm gonna upload it. We were scrimmaging SOL and me and one of my league members got one sided. He threw out Berserk and we both got one sided within the first 15 seconds of it. It's
Your
kind
healers
of hard
suck,
to get
man.
a
I
new
don't know how you
strategy
got
in
one
PvP.
shot.
You said what?
The healer must have not been good. I don't know how you get one shot by it.
Nah, they're double heals. I had 3 stacks of biocap on me, and I was stacking my savage growth and pheromones, and we both got one-sided. You can't heal through 30k.
Dude, it takes like 2-3 rotations of a power for the damage on Berserk to stack up to even do a good amount of damage. The first time you do that power, it's barely doing anything extra, but the second and the third time you use a power, then it's stacking Berserk up and making it powerful.
I mean, well, I guess
So
it was
it
preferred
takes a
outrage
few
down there.
combos to actually make Berserk super deadly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it would have had to take a lot of stacking of
Yeah.
different things for that to happen like that.
Man, for me to be hitting 12k on a Berserk, I have to get like 3 outrages off in a row, and that was before outrage was nerfed.
I think they need to buff the other power supercharges. A supercharge to me should do an extraordinary thing. It should
I
be.
wonder.
It should be devastating.
I
You know
wonder
what I
if
mean?
grand summoning is going to be worth a shit now since it's a 50%.
No, that. See, I don't want to bring that up because that's the next. I was talking to someone today. That's the next thing they're gonna cry nerf. Like with
Probably.
what
Grand
with what the
summoning?
Fury is doing now, like
Fury hits
1700
so damn hard.
Don't even
Yeah,
say
and that's
it.
the thing,
Don't
when
even
someone
say it, 'cause
brings
that's
out
all
Fury
sorcery got.
when someone brings out Fury in PvP or they do grand summoning for 50%, you got that sucker hitting you and the Watcher keeping you full power. They're going to call for nerf, and that thing's going to get knocked down to doing like 700 to groups instead of 17 to 2000.
But it's a
PvP players
supercharge.
are like, it's a pet. Pets aren't skill.
It's not a
player
gimmick.
skill."
It's not a
And they're gonna
gimmick.
get sorcery nerfed again.
Yeah, it's not a gimmick. It's a supercharge. Phase dodge is a gimmick. It's not supposed to be used that
No.
way. But a supercharge should be
I'm just saying, I'm tired of
devastating. It's a
Yeah.
certain
supercharge.
things need nerf. Certain things don't.
Yeah. They ought to make
Phase
all
dodge needs
supercharges
to nerf.
100%.
This doesn't.
Make all supercharges
know.
100%. Make them devastating.
But the thing you're forgetting, Count, is I mean it's DC Universe Online. Everything's supposed to hit like fucking teddy bears.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't be so bad sometimes if they made it to where you couldn't walk into a PvP match with your current amount of supercharge. People
Yeah.
walk in with 100%.
That would be- that would
they
be
start
cool.
off the match
Right.
powerful.
Right.
It's-
But I mean,
Or
a
they
supercharge
learn-
should be
You
that.
enter-
You
They
know.
should change that. You enter Legends with no supercharge. Why are we entering Arenas with a full supercharge? Make everyone start even.
Well, you got to remember that when DC is going to nerf something, it takes them like 9 years to do it. So
Yeah, they'll get around to nerfing Berserk.
they'll get around to fixing
Next
immunities
year.
and assault and battery and shit like
yeah,
that.
it'll probably
so.
be.
You know that would solve the problem with Berserk though. If everyone started with zero supercharge, you'd probably barely have one by the time the match is able to end anyway.
Exactly. Then people
It
would
would
be
make it
buying up
balanced.
Berserk. Berserk would make sense. I mean, like if you're doing that much damage and then you pull off a Berserk, you deserve to kill.
If
like
you built up that
one or two
supercharge, you
people.
deserve it.
Yeah.
I don't
It's
know.
You know,
so
in fact,
easy to get
Let's start
fucked
that
up
movement.
though while you're gonna pop a fucking Berserk though.
No, let's start that movement. Hashtag nerf PvP arenas. No supercharge
No.
one at the beginning.
No.
Hashtag
Bezar's
nerf
like,
PvP
no.
arenas.
Yeah.
What DC ultimately needs to do is learn to separate PvP from PvE.
Right.
Say the PvP people want to complain about Berserk, that's their fucking right. Nerf it for PvP. Don't screw it up in PvE. Same
should.
thing. That could go for PvE too. If something sucks in PvE, or if something's OP in PvE, but it works great in PvP, don't be nerfing it for PvP. Why can't they just keep the two separate?
Well,
Yeah,
we've
I
been
was-
saying that.
Yeah.
We've been saying that since day one. You know, don't have them. They shouldn't overlap, in my opinion. But I don't know.
I was talking to a buddy of mine the other day. I forgot who it was, but he was talking about there should be 2 separate loadouts. Like you should have a PvP side and a PvE
Right.
side.
That's what we're talking about. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Other MMOs
see
do it, and other MMOs' PvP is a lot more popular. You know, I can. You know.
I just don't want to
Just-
see the supercharge get nerfed to the ground like one-handed and phase dodge, because you know what happens when DC nerfs something. It turns terrible. And Berserk right now is only a melee supercharge. Hardly, like, I don't even use Berserk and Outrage anymore. I don't like to play like that. I hate to be all up in the mix getting knocked over. It's frustrating. I don't use it anymore. When's the last time you seen me use
Yeah.
it?
I'd rather just go get the red buff and straight.
I'm calling shenanigans. I'm calling shenanigans on that statement. Yeah.
Well,
And
if
if
he
you look
wasn't
at
on
all the
heels
loadouts
last night, I mean, I'm pretty sure he
all the
probably
videos I've done, I don't
shit.
even have outrage in my loadout no more. But anyway, like it's not even something a lot of people use or are gonna be using because you have the melee for it. You know, in PvE wise anyway.
Yeah, melee should hit harder. There's no doubt it should hit harder. It's risk reward, but it's a supercharge. That is the whole point. It's a supercharge. It should be devastating.
And I mean,
I understand.
who knows what? I mean, everybody's trying to get on the Nerf bandwagon right now, but who knows what we're about to get in the new download content. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
true.
it could be
I'm
like
wondering
when
what
Origin
that
Practice
skill.
came out.
I'm wondering what that skill point revamp is gonna be.
I don't
Something
know.
for people to cry Nerf on.
No, it's the same 5 people that cry for nerfs in the threads. Like the same 5 people are
You
on
know,
the forums always crying.
I'm starting
nerf,
to
nerf,
believe
nerf.
that half these people in the forums crying for Nerf don't even play the game anymore, and they're just crying for Nerfs to screw with people.
They just suck. That's the
They're
problem.
just people that have stopped playing long ago. Like they're having too much fun with this. I'm going to ruin their fun. Nerf this, nerf. They got a dartboard just throwing it. Like, what are we going to nerf next?
And you know
Let's
who-
start a thread.
It's because they all know that like DC can't nerf stuff correctly without completely ruining it.
Okay, how about this? Hashtag Nerf forums. You can't post on the forums unless you've logged into the game once within 15 days.
Or 2 hours.
You should just get banned if you fucking make more than one nerf thread.
Hashtag Nerf forums.
And you know who I hate who comments on my stuff sometimes? Fucking Brittany. Fuck you,
Oh, here we
Brittany.
go.
I saw that.
you.
Hey, wait.
Listen.
Let back up a second, because I saw people. It's always the same people jumping to defend. Anytime that you want to keep a power the same, and you argue with any one of those people that always post on the forums, it's the same people coming and trolling you. Also, you know what I mean. And I know who you're talking about. So go ahead. I know who you're talking
Brittany
about.
is only good when she's in somebody's fucking backpack. I know plenty of people who have played with her randomly,
Damn.
Yeah.
and she sucks.
I've played
Like,
with
when
her
you-
on the
when
test server.
you played with her on
Yeah.
test server, she blew. I know. I'm not going to mention the people I know on the hero side that play with her because I don't want to be getting them in trouble. But I know a lot of people that play with her and they're like, this chick is not good. She's good when she's with good people. So, Brittany, don't fucking comment on my shit.
Wait,
you
wait.
suck.
Are you trying to say she's like Trexlite with an attitude?
My God. For some reason, she burns my balls because she always talks so much shit.
Oh,
And
she
she's
talks
not-
shit. She talks shit in the group too. As soon as you have like one problem, I've ran on the test server before.
I've seen that video.
We run
of
into
you
one
at
problem.
the-
I've played with her multiple times on the test server. Anytime anything goes wrong, she always blames it on everybody else except unless she knows somebody in the group, like a friend of hers. She'll never point finger there. You know what I mean? But it's always somebody else's fault. You know.
I'll call anybody out. I'll call myself out. I'll call my fucking league
Right.
mates out. So I'm not
Right.
discriminating her. I'm just saying, fuck you. That's what I'm
Well,
saying.
I think I saw that video. Isn't she one of those terrible trolls that couldn't keep the thing powered?
Pretty
I mean,
much.
she was busting.
Yeah.
She was busting American Hero's balls because he's not like American Hero is an awesome 1v1er, but he ain't the best in a group. Big fucking deal. Not everybody's the best, and she talks so much shit on American Hero. When if she ever went 1v1 against American Hero,
She'd get
he
dusted.
would push her shit in.
Right.
You know, so she doesn't need to be fucking running her mouth like that.
Yeah, I'm just imagining this setup. Her trolling, giving no power. Trex tanking Sunstone sentries in the corner while the boss runs free.
I ain't saying nothing like
God!
that. I'm just saying. No. I'm just tired of the people on the forums. I have no remorse for people on the forums anymore.
Oh, no,
If
the
you got a
forums are
big mouth
bad.
and you can't back it up, don't fucking comment on my shit. Shut up.
You know what? Besides that, what is it with this? What was that one thread? Like, oh, power spammers need to be nerfed. If you do the same move more than twice in 10 seconds, you should do 50 to 100% less damage. What the hell are you smoking?
People are retarded.
People have
Like,
nothing else to
what?
complain about.
You know how many
Isaac.
times I tried to get that shit fucking closed down?
Yeah, and I'm glad it did get shut down.
I had to write back to the moderator to fucking get that shit shut down.
If
Thought
that
you
was
were
the
an
case,
idiot.
light wouldn't work.
A lot of powers wouldn't work if you couldn't spam. Well, it's
Nature
not
wouldn't
necessarily
work.
spamming powers. It's using
Gadgets
a power
wouldn't-
after a power.
Gadgets wouldn't work.
Hey,
Freaking
electricity might get a
Celestial
buff.
wouldn't work.
That's how
Well,
you
Celestial might
DPS.
work.
What they should have changed that thread to was learn how to clip and stop crying.
No, for real. Just because somebody doesn't play like somebody else on the forums, the other person is automatically you play wrong.
I remember when like phase dodges nerf got announced and people were like, "Awesome! Now we can like start working towards not clipping." And I was like, "That is definitely not why it's getting nerfed." Bro.
Yeah, that's not why it's getting nerfed. you can clip powers. You don't
got
need
it
phase
wrong.
dodge to clip.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I wouldn't have any problem with them putting in a mechanic like phase dodge as long as they just made it work as intended. That would be fine. But as long as it was intended that way, then go ahead and do it. But you can clip without phase dodge. You don't need phase dodge to be a good DPS.
I don't know what's up with these people in the forums. It's almost as bad as the people that want instant power removed from trollers.
Oh, I
Like,
know.
what are
I
people
can't.
smoking?
That thread remove instant power has
what
like
I-
50 some pages on it. Like, who are you guys stupid?
What they need
Like-
to do is give trollers more variability. Jeez, like fucking power over time and instant power, and that's it. Why isn't there more abilities that give more power?
Because
The
in all
game-
games, no matter if it's whatever kind of game, any game that takes any kind of strategy, the best strategy is often the simplest. Trollers
Oh my
give
God, there's
power,
Quack in
healers
the
keep
chat.
people alive, the tank crowd controls and gets it in a tight group, DPS kill it. Simple, effective, tried and true.
Yeah, but they can't even do what's going on right now. So like, what's wrong with complicating it? It's not like it
it's
would
not
do
my fault,
anything. It would stay the same. If it's
I'm just
people are
tired of the
having
mentality of
trouble
the
now.
game being, this is too hard for us, nerf it. Oh, wait, this is slightly different than what I like, nerf it. They're crying for nerfs on everything now.
I'm just saying, if it's too hard for them now, then just leave them behind.
I'm just waiting for them to call cry wolf too many times here.
Before the devs are just like, never mind.
Yeah.
Hey, Mage Lord, do you know lightning speed DCO?
Yeah, that's one of my league members. He's just messing with me.
He's messing with you, and he also says electric does not need a buff. Really?
Oh no, no. Listen.
I never see electric anymore.
We just got through running some raids. He held DPS 2 rage DPSs in 2 different runs. I don't know how he does it,
Okay,
but
that's got.
They were terrible.
They've
They
got
were
to
terrible.
The
be.
healing
They
aspect
were
definitely needs a buff.
Terrible.
no,
Yeah,
the
I
healing
never
is
see
sweet.
electricity anymore.
See, I didn't like the healing. I don't know. I didn't care for the
Hey,
healing.
I
too
just
much.
got to put it out there.
And Kaiser loves the DPS. Go ahead.
That-
Go ahead,
yeah,
Puppet.
that
I'm sorry.
Kaiser did like 700,000.
No, I'll tell you this.
Put it
Lightning is messed up on range. How is Voltaic Bolt going to have less range than Hard Light Whip? I mean, literally, we were doing A and B when I was testing it just to see how bad it was. You got to walk up to Kilowog and whisper in his ear casting Voltaic Bolt, and you still might not be close enough. What the fuck is with the range on certain moves like that?
Well, we all know that. We all know during assault and battery, the whole team would be there backing you up anyway, so it'd be all right.
No, their moves have no range. I'll be 2 feet from an enemy up in the air.
Yeah, the range is terrible. I hate the range.
It should be a quick move,
Yeah.
but you expect me to walk right in the enemy's face that can one-shot me, hover in the air for 2 seconds, and hope to God the lightning bolt hits him. It doesn't even hit for that much.
And that's
because they split it. It used to hit hard
Yeah,
till they
when
nerfed
it first
it.
came out, Mage, the
Well,
Voltaic Bolt
you
was
wouldn't
overpower. I mean,
hit
it
him
was
anyways because
crazy.
Kilowog would be an eternal blue immunity, so it's
Yeah.
not like it matters too much.
Now, electric healing for PvP is really good. I think it's really good
Yeah.
for PvP.
Yeah.
Well,
if-
yeah,
if-
it makes more sense in a PvP.
Right, exactly.
yeah,
situation.
if you're a melee healer, then you're good, but
Right.
fucking trying to keep a distance or
No, the
even
healer is fine
so-
on it.
Yeah.
The DPS it needs the buff, and Earth too.
Okay,
Earth-
so
Earth needs a buff.
Yeah.
so Kaiser, can you agree with me? I mean, so you think electric needs a buff and hard light needs a nerf?
Look, I know they said they're not planning any more. Look, they're not planning any more revamps on powers. All they got to do, don't even call a revamp, call it a retuning. Increase the range and the damage on electric and Earth's moves. All you need to do is tweak it. They don't need new animations or moves. It just needs retuning. It would be so easy to fix those powers.
I'd like to see electric get a 35% or below.
Yeah,
Honestly.
everyone. Yeah,
Make Ionic Drain do that.
people have been calling for
Yeah,
that
that's
for the
what I was
longest
just gonna
time.
say. Ionic Drain. If they just retuned Ionic Drain to make it a 35%, that'd be fucking sweet.
I mean, that'd be a big buff, dude. I mean, just that in itself, a little
Look,
tiny.
do that. Increase the damage by about 20 to 30% on moves, and give Voltaic Bolt back its range. You don't have to give it the waterfall of yellow numbers. Just give it a range equal to other moves, like if within maybe 10 to 15 feet, a decent range. And lightning is decent at least. Come on, it's not that hard.
Boy, we got a big old league listing in here, don't we?
And
Jesus.
if they just let me,
If they
I'm
fuck-
fucking.
They fuck.
Oh, no,
Nerfs,
sorry,
it was just
I'm
like,
eating
if they
pizza.
fuck me.
I might be a little under the influence. But man, if DC would just let me into their little home, I could just be like, "Hey, this is what you need to do to Earth. This is what you need to do to electricity." Why
Let
would it?
let
Why does it
you
take
into
them
their
months
home.
to do that? It
Oh.
doesn't take them. It doesn't take them months to nerf something. You know what I mean? When they nerfed a couple things, you could fix the cooldown on a power instantly. Bam, they did it in a fucking hot fix. Change the cooldown on electrocute. Make the fucking ticks a little bigger. How hard is that shit?
Yeah, it's
really?
like they cap the ticks on that. Like they have a might cap on that because it doesn't matter how high your might is. It seems like the ticks are minimal.
The
on
same
that.
thing with Earth, man. You could have 4,000 might.
It's like Crappy
Street
said
Field will
before.
still be
It's
ticking
broken.
with
It's
60.
broken. Period. It's not working right.
It's like Crappy said before. They listen too much to the people in the forums. If you got someone who knows what they're talking about in there, shit, as stupid as it sounds, I would buff phase dodge. I'd make the cooldown 6 seconds. Not enough to clip with, but enough for tanks to still use.
Some people and some of
Like,
the people
shit,
on
I'd,
the
I'd
fucking
adjust everything
on the
fair.
council blow too. Now there's some really good people on the council. Like I like Soar. Soar's really good. He's very informative.
Yeah,
but like
Soar's
some
good.
other people
Yeah,
on
he's a
there
good guy.
are just fucking retarded. There's some other people too. Just cause you write a guide on the forums doesn't mean you fucking know anything. You know, like you might know something about that power, but you don't know anything about another power. Like I see them commenting on other shit. I was like, you might be good with one
You've been
power.
watching Chex Light Hard Light guides, haven't you?
No.
Watching that made me want to wash my mouth out with buckshot. I swear to God.
Oh
Some
no!
people, the counselor should be people that are at least knowledgeable in either DC or the game in general. When you are neither, why are you there?
DC just listens to the
I mean,
wrong
DLC
people.
9, Amazon's Fury. Yeah, I liked how he edited that out of that podcast.
Hey, Rock Hardington, nobody banned you from the chat. What are you bitching about?
Fucking ban Rock Hardington.
Careful,
Nerf.
Quagmire's in here too.
Hashtag Nerf Rock Hardington. There you go.
When you edit this, you actually might have to put like black overlays over some of the words because if Quagmire starts typing.
Oh my god, you should have banned
Quagmire's
Quag
in
as
there,
soon as
yeah.
you started talking in here. Quag is the most racist motherfucker ever.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
he gets crappy in the trouble on YouTube.
Hey, Mage Lord, what league are
Yeah.
you in? What
Forfeit.
league?
I'm in forfeit US.
All right, talk a little bit about your league. Go ahead. I'm
well-
gonna give you a couple minutes, man. Go ahead and talk about your league. A little bit.
Well, forfeit. We broke out from Descendo after. I'm just gonna say a complicated merge. We were based on PvP. We got a couple of league members, and just 2 league members switched the whole league's direction. So
Nice.
now we're starting to do a whole lot more PvE. The PvP side's not really dying out because PvP, to me, PvP is what makes this game run for me. Because if there's
Right.
no PvP, I'm not playing DC.
Right. Yeah, there's a lot of people that feel the same way as you. I mean, the majority of the community play PvE. You know that, but I mean, at the PvP, they have their little niche on the PvP that keep it alive and everything, and that's good. You know, they need more PvPers definitely. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. But we got a villain side coming together now. We made a league called Anti-Forfeit. We're trying to get them up, but we're based on PvE now, I guess. We've been trying to get the PvP up. I've been trying to get a lot of my league members in the league PvP ready. So we haven't really been out there doing too many scrimmages, which is a big part of PvP. I don't know if you guys know that or not yet.
Right.
But
Right.
I've been trying to work on the inside and get everyone, because I don't want the A team B team thing. I want to be able to shout in league chat and be like, "Hey, I need roles for this 5v5. Who wants to do it?"
And boom,
I don't want to
it's-
have a set A
Yeah,
team
it's
and
put
B
together.
team.
Right. Well, Well, hell, we're lucky enough in our league to get everyone together just to run PvE. I couldn't imagine trying to schedule a PvP night or something. That would be, I don't know, that would just get to be a little too much. But it's something we might do down the road. But I don't know, get everybody on board. We're more PvE players, you know. But
no, that's because we have an Achilles heel.
What's that? I know what you're gonna say. Never mind.
BCD gives out more immunities than a Starman from Mario. You know damn well what our Achilles heel is.
Oh my god.
Oh,
We
Lord.
go to a match and they see BCD and all they hear is like do 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 do.
Oh my
That's
god,
what-
that's too
that's-
funny.
Like,
That's
come
what the
on,
B
man!
stands-
You know what's about to happen.
That's what
God,
the B
you're giving me
stands for. BCD blue.
Hashtag Nerf BCD.
Oh Jesus.
Too
Yeah.
much unity there.
I wonder if the devs can just give him a buff.
Yeah, you guys are terrible. So, what? I mean, let's talk about the game update 34 a little bit. When do we think that's coming out? Does anybody have any?
Probably this week. It's been out for 2 weeks now.
Yeah, on the test.
Don't-
Well, has it been out that long on the test server?
Yeah.
They-
This week was 2 weeks, man.
Yeah, if anything,
came
they
out,
probably
like,
want to
last
beat the Call of
Wednesday.
Duty shit. So
Yeah.
I
Tuesday.
mean, they got that character or whatever it is, that account management maintenance. Every time they do that, it winds up being like that day or the next day that they pop out of
Right.
thing close. So it's either gonna be like Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah, I imagine like Tuesday.
I'm
I don't
hoping
know. It might be
Tuesday,
Thursday.
So I
Nah,
can
They
get-
usually jump up on Tuesdays, don't they?
Yeah, normally Tuesday's kind of it's usually Tuesday or Thursday. It seems.
You know, I know this is probably out of the question. What do you think the chances, since we're going to need replays for that skill point thing, what do you think the odds we can get a President's Day
I
sale?
knew you were gonna
would be?
say that.
Good luck.
I want half off on Monday so I can get some replays.
That would be nice. Do a sale this week. Oh, they'd make a lot.
No, not a
of-
week, but just do a 1 day sale since it doesn't go with the PS store anymore. Just do Monday, President's Day, half off everything.
See, they won't do that though because they know you're gonna buy it anyway.
Yeah, you're gonna buy it anyway. They'll wait. They'll wait until you do it, and then they'll give you a sale.
Right.
Yeah, that I've been victim of that too many times.
Yeah. Hey, they're wondering in the chat why you didn't give any shout outs, Mage.
Oh,
The show's not
a
over,
couple-
though. The show's not over.
Yeah. Chill out, Moonlight.
See, that'll keep you.
That's your
That'll
shout
keep
out.
you watching longer. See, that's an old trick. You know, we'll keep you watching longer. Get more views.
Yeah.
You know.
now stay tuned while we do a commercial.
But I do have Mage Lord's YouTube information up on the stream. It's probably delayed a little bit. I hope I got your account right, your URL on your YouTube right. But I got a screenshot of your YouTube, so we'll give you a little bit of a shout out there.
All right, sweet.
Like, tell them where they can find you on YouTube.
Yeah, go ahead. My URL's kind of messed up. It was a leak thing that we had started. So, it's DCUO Soulless Eepers. Like,
Eepers.
they
Yeah.
forgot the R.
That's what I noticed. I was like, when I was, because if you can, I don't know if you're watching the chat right now. There's a stream. I've got a link right there. Not a link, but I've got your URL up there, and it's definitely. I was like, what? Soulless. I think you meant to put Soulless Reapers. I don't know, but
Yeah, it was Reapers because that was my cousin's doing because that was the first league. It was Soulless Reapers and it was a YouTube channel that the league ran, but they kind of died out, so I just switched it around and
I
made
see.
it
That's
Mage
cool.
Lord. Now we have a new league channel.
Yeah. So yeah.
Spell as good as I do.
Or Quagmire does. Sexy Lacus. Yeah, you ever see
I got a
Sexy
giveaway
Licious?
going on right now for anyone who's trying to get recording. That's the last video.
You got a giveaway.
Giving away my old capture card.
Like, what is it?
Roxio HD
Oh, okay. Oh, really?
Pro.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I wish they would drop the copyright protection on the PS4. I really wish they would do that because I don't really want to get a converter. I don't.
Oh, just record videos on your cell phone like
Why
someone
they're
else
they're
does.
real cheap, Mac. What is that thing? Fucking $20
Dios.
or something?
Yeah, the what the fuck? What do I call
Yeah, I
that?
just don't
O-ring-
like-
The
O-ring
Osiris or
splitter or something.
Yeah, it's a splitter. It's a
Yeah,
converter.
just get the HDMI splitter, and
Yeah.
now I got an Elgato coming my way. It should be here Wednesday.
Oh, really? Oh,
I got
I
it.
wanted the Elgato. I settled.
I gotta get a new PVR. I gotta get
I've
the
just been
HD
using
one.
I've been using the Facebook share button to record on the built-in on the PS4. And it works fine for me. I don't like the 15-minute segments, but you know, it's
Yeah,
still.
I don't like that about either of the new consoles.
Yeah, it's a
Xbox
little
is the same way.
it's a little irritating.
It's awkward sometimes.
Yeah. But, you know,
I
it is
miss a
what
lot
it
of
is.
things I want to record and shit because I'm fucking high and I don't fucking stop it and start the recording again at certain parts. Like, I miss so much good shit.
Wait a minute. What do you mean when you're high? You're always high.
I was going to say, is there a time when you're not high?
Sometimes when I start to come down, though, I'm not as alert as I am and I'm
Well,
not on my game.
We'll just
You
say
know,
this.
The
Last
weed
night
fuels me.
they made me solo heal the fucking wave, right? And I have only been healing for maybe about a week now. And I have never done the EO feat yet. And so they're like, yeah, you can solo heal. That's no problem.
You just
I
drug
got-
them in.
Yeah, just drug me in. And then Crappy's like, after we do it the second time, he goes, oh man, I should have recorded that. And then I could have asked for your loadout for your electricity healing. This entire time I was fucking running nature. Like, are you...
I'm not paying attention to what anybody else.
I mean, we were talking about it. Like, we did an A and B, and then we ran like a Nexus and a Wave run or something like that. And it's just like, dude, didn't you just hear anybody say that I was nature for like
I just thought you were
last
fucking
hour and a
beasting out
half?
with electricity, standing way far away and healing everybody somehow.
No, I was staying far away, no problem. Just not electricity.
Crappy's not always aware.
I wasn't paying
Of
attention.
what's, yeah,
I was
thank you.
trying to fucking charge that stupid fucking dual wield and wave, and every time you get grounded, it fucking cancels the charge throw on your dual wield. Bullshit, DC. Bullshit.
So Puppeteer, where besides Chatterbait, where can we find you? Is there
You know, in game with Kaiser, I'm usually getting shit about how Hard Light needs a big ass nerf. You know, I'll be on the forum soon too. You know, Crappy being there probably. You know, and then if Crappy's in there, Brittany being there, we'll have like 8 pages. So,
Hardlight does not need. Hardlight actually needs to be buffed. The fan and Snaptrap aren't doing enough damage.
Are you kidding me?
Get the fuck out! Get the fuck out of here, Kaiser! Get the hell out of here!
Look. If I'm lucky, I do claw, hold claw. I only get like a 3,000 plus crit on an entire mob. You know, it needs to be like a 10,000 crit on everything.
And people complain about
you need
outrage.
it.
Jesus. That's fucking
Yeah.
way quicker than outrage, too.
Why don't you ask for Berserk in your fucking...
Yeah, what about Photon
Super
Blast
charge
being
bar.
nerfed? What's your feelings on that, Kaiser?
Did they nerf it? Are they going
No,
to?
I said, what's your feelings about people saying it needs nerfed?
It's keeping them even competitive.
Hey, you know what? They could cry about Berserk wanting to be nerfed all they want. You know what's going to happen when it gets nerfed?
What's
Now,
that?
I'll
doesn't
tell you
need
what's
to
going to
get
happen.
nerfed.
They're all going to be fighting in a group in a PvP arena, and someone's going to do a dual wield throw and wipe all 8 people without a buff. Then they're going to be pissed.
People were already complaining about that in PvP. They were like, oh, dual wield hits so hard.
I'll just
Motherfucker,
wait for it.
If you get hit with a dual wield charge throw in fucking PvP, a whole full dual wield charge, fucking
deserve
delete
it.
your tune.
You deserve
Get
to
the fuck
get.
out of
You
here.
deserve to get one-shotted, right?
My God.
Oh, what's he doing? Oh, look what's coming! Oh.
Why don't you just let him crank up for a fire burst or a mass death while you're at it?
Just
Oh,
stand
and
there.
lightning,
Yeah,
I'm
don't-
not high. I'm just a genius.
Yeah, don't hold square or anything. You know. Oh man,
Some people.
that is funny.
Photon Blast needs the hand mod tweaked for Photon Blast. Or they need to make Photon Blast just like the other 35%ers and not have a stun and a knockback, just a stun. And then
Yeah.
Photon Blast would be cool. I mean, it's fine for PvE, but the PvP players, I definitely see their cries for that because I've been the victim of that in the streets, where the dude will just Photon Blast you over and over, and by the time you get out of the stun and get back
Yeah, the
up,
stun is the
he does
problem.
this-
Yeah,
he does
yeah,
it to you
stun is a
again.
big problem.
yeah. People
Actually,
are calling for the stun, not
It's
the damage.
knockback,
The
'cause
stun.
Yeah.
all of them stun you, but
Yeah.
not all
Crap.
of them are a stun and a knockback.
When Crappy was living up his hero, I went over there and I fucking gave him a little taste of Photon Blast when I was gadgets for a little bit.
Photon Blast just beast you out.
I think
that
the
ain't as
first
bad as
tick knocked
I-
you out.
I'm sitting there, you know, playing around and whatever land, and I was like, I'm like, oh yeah, these guys keep trying to gank me and stuff, blah blah blah. He's like, oh, where you at? You know, thinking he's gonna come help me. He's on the fucking hero side, comes over there, fucking rifle grenading me from the top, fucking getting me killed because I'm getting block broken while I'm trying to farm an immunity off. I'm like, man, come on, Kaiser.
That's Kaiser, man. Kaiser.
He's like, haha, did you see that hard light guy?
I'm sorry. What did you say? I wasn't paying attention. No. They're bitching on the forums again. There's another thread about trollers.
Oh,
God, Crappy, get this shut
Fuck
down.
trollers. You know what? I take all the fun away from the trollers in Last Boss A and B because I tank all the fucking blue lanterns.
That's
Fuck
the
you,
thing,
trolls.
this one
Yeah,
chick-
but
this-
somebody called you out for saying that you don't
this
get
one
the.
person on this thread named Waterfall is like, yeah, assault and battery requires you to lock 4 ads down. If they get to the boss does damage and kills the tank. Like, no, every time we run it, the tank stuns the ads and the trollers occasionally throw a crowd control, aka the defense debuff. What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, I got all the fucking blue lanterns under control. If you see a little
Exactly.
symbol above their head, you just juggle them every so often, and then they don't have a chance to do anything.
Yeah, but they
Not a
don't
big
understand
deal.
That word juggle is.
Yeah, don't start
What do you
that.
mean
Ask
juggle?
these people. I blame Odyssey. Odyssey did one method, and then everyone took it as the almighty only path, an only way to do it without exploring other options. Like, I'm sorry, just because Odyssey does it once doesn't make their method tried and true, set in stone.
That's the only
Try
way to do it, though.
Okay.
You, according to everybody, everybody needs to stop catching ideas from the forums and YouTubes. I mean, YouTube is definitely a way more informative place than the forums. I would take advice off YouTube way before I would take advice from the forums.
Right.
But not everything you see on
Look.
YouTube is always the best method. There's
Look,
always
keep
other
it
methods.
simple.
Now, that method works perfectly fine. If you want to stun them and do it that way, go ahead and do it that way. But if your tank could just control all of them, let them control all of them.
Yeah, because then you can just sit there and throw more power out.
Exactly.
Not a big deal.
Let
I
the
don't know.
tank grab
However
the
you want to
ads.
do it. I personally find it better, even though when I tank it, it is more work for the tank because you can't sit there and hold block the whole time. It is a little more work, but it's
Well,
not
you
like
can anyway.
it's not the end of the world.
I find it funny they want to.
I have more
controllers.
fun
Like, you're going to
tanking,
keep us all
not
powered,
blocking the whole time.
and you're going to stun the ads, but the tank's job is just to sit there and hold block. You're going to
Yeah, and I'm-
overwork controllers, yet you just got that one guy just blocking the whole
I
time.
mean, as rage, and a lot of people are rage tanking and stuff, you don't need the whole block in that last boss fight. If you got, like, decent gear, I mean, you really don't have to hold block the whole time. You know, pop that move, buff up that health, you're good to go.
I'm not even saying anything about rage tank because I don't want to get it nerfed.
I'm not saying
But
it's
I
overpowered.
feel it's
I'm just saying,
pretty
you
good.
know, it's-
I
A lot of
don't
people
mind.
have other
Yeah, I like healing
opinions of
rage
it.
tanks. I don't have the first couple days it came out. I didn't really like it because I didn't have the timing of it. But now that I see the mechanics of it, I like healing them. I don't
Like,
have a
when
problem
I
with
run-
it.
Yeah, it's
League.
it's actually more said that you understand the mechanics more as a healer than
Then
some of the rage tanks
some
themselves.
of the people doing it, right?
Like when I
Crappy
run with League
yeah.
and back and somebody else heals me, they don't even really bother to heal me
Right.
a lot. Like I beat them in healing out
Right.
because they know enough not to be spamming the shit out of me with heals because I heal myself.
Well, you still
Like,
need to heal because the other.
you just need to heal over time. You don't need
Right, the
constant
heal. Yeah,
heal.
it helps. I can just stick
Sometimes
to
the
that basic
healers, I'll see
rotation
them
heal
going
over
crazy trying to heal me all
Yep.
the time. It'd be like if I run with just like other people, and I'd be like, no, you could stop wasting all your power right now.
No, those are the healers scoreboard chasing and trying to outdo each other.
Well, that's
Just
ridiculous.
spamming like crazy
That's
on you.
ridiculous. That's a whole new topic.
That's a
ridiculous.
whole new topic right
yeah,
there.
that's ridiculous.
I hate those people. When I heal, I put savage growth and metabolism out, and I fucking dance around the room. I walk around, look at everybody like, hey, what's everybody
I
doing?
just try to do my rotation. I don't really, things get kind of crazy. I'll spam a few heals, but I just kind of stick to my little, relaxed rotation. It's not a
People
big deal.
are always looking for ways to be competitive in any.
Oh,
kind
I
of
know.
way.
It's crazy.
Next
Competitive
thing
healing
people are like,
It's
who-
the funniest shit ever, though.
I mean,
If
I can
people
see
went to,
PvP. I can see being competitive in PvP, like the
Yeah, 'cause that
scorecard.
makes sense.
Yeah, that makes more sense to me than the PvE.
But I was gonna say soon we're gonna have like raids where there's 2 tanks required, and like people are gonna be comparing how much damage in did they have.
I
Oh my
hope they
God,
go
which
back to all
tank
that.
had the most damage in?
Yeah, I hope
See,
they go back to
people-
the 2-tank thing. I like the
People
classic
used to
two.
go by the damage in, but an ice tank doesn't take a lot of damage if he's doing his rotation right.
Right.
So you can't go by
Yeah,
that.
but people who are dumb
Oh,
would
yeah.
still be like, oh my gosh.
Other
That ice
people
tank
still
is
do
horrible.
that though. I've been in raids where someone's like, the tank isn't doing a good job. He's hardly taking any damage. It's because he's ice and he knows what he's doing. Shut up and get back to the forums.
Yeah. Are you taking any damage? No. Then he's doing his job. Goodbye. Shut the
I
fuck
don't
up.
think they're going to touch rage tanking. I really don't. I think they're going to leave it. I think they're, they kind of are protective of their new powers.
It
You know what I
needs
mean?
one more change.
What's that change?
Now that they adjusted the cooldown on severe punishment, to 10 seconds instead of 12, they need to make all the other powers, the rage crash mitigators like violence and remorseless recovery, those powers, they need to come down from 12 seconds to 10 seconds now too, because it throws your whole rotation of having
Right.
the rage crash mitigator off, because there's always that one part in your rotation where you don't have that rage mitigator up because they didn't adjust the cooldowns on them when they changed it for severe punishment. Like that, like every once in a while I might rage crash because figures the time I don't have that power on for the split second is the time when I get fucking countered and knocked over or something.
You
I
better
hate
be-
that.
better be
But I've just
quiet.
learned to keep my health buff so high it doesn't even matter when I rage crash. Yeah, my health might take a dip, but they're still not going to die.
Yeah,
But
you
they
better-
do need to fix that. That's kind of annoying. It was working so perfect when they had all the cooldowns lined up.
You better be quiet because you know you're gonna get some PC players on your ass.
Oh my god.
Just
I said that in the forums, oh, they need to adjust the fucking cooldowns. And a couple guys in the forums were, oh, no, they don't need to do that. But like, motherfucker, they had the cooldowns like that for a goddamn reason. Why, since they're changing this one, can't they just change the other one? Put them back in line where they were. I didn't see the big deal on it. But like these 2-3 people in the forums, big fucking forum junkies, oh, I wrote a guide. I know what I'm talking about.
But yeah, they need to divide the forums up for like PvP posters. The people that don't play the PvE, that's why I say separate the two worlds more. Have the PvP so the people aren't getting confused on what needs to be nerfed between PvP and PvE, because they need to separate the two worlds better. You know what I mean? I definitely think they do.
They need to just stop listening to people on the forums and get some people on the council that are good, and maybe take advice from, like, look at the forums and see, oh, well, a lot of people are complaining about this, and then talk it over with the people that are on the council to get a better idea of it. But the people that are on the council now that they could ask for opinions, fucking 89% of them are garbage people that are just going to say, yeah, clipping sucks. I get beat all the time because somebody clips.
Well, they
I don't like to
told
play
you
like
they
that.
told you on that post that you were embarrassing yourself because you claimed to not be any good at PvP. I know that you're good at PvP. I know you are.
I'm good at PvP. I'm not great, but I don't claim to be fucking super awesome. You know
Yeah,
what
there's
I
a
mean?
lot
I mean, it's just because
And-
Crappy refuses to go into lair battles, and then when he starts losing stealths, and just sits behind a fucking pillar all day.
You know,
Even
Yeah,
though
the thing
even though
is-
I'm not really good at PvP, I understand the game mechanics fucking totally very well. I'm a really smart player. And I'm not saying I'm the best, but I understand everything in this game. I fucking know it. You know what I'm
and
saying?
the
Like,
thing is, half these people that get on Crappy, like, well, what would you know about balance? You're not good at PvP. Half those people can't even play PvE. How would you know about balance on the other end?
Well, they don't mention that. Yeah, there's a lot
Yeah,
of bad
This
PvE.
game isn't based around
There's
PvP.
a lot of terrible
PvE is an
PvE
aspect of
players
it.
on there
Yes,
posting.
it's half of it, but it's not the whole game.
Yeah, there's a lot of terrible PvE players posted on there all the time, but I don't see those guys calling them out like that.
and-
there's just a couple people on the forums that like to call me out because I'm the guy that I'm not afraid to voice my opinion.
Right.
If you say something stupid, I'm going to tell you you're a jerk off.
Right.
You know?
Hey, and in your defense, Crappy, I mean, I saw that thread, and SP put you on blast saying that everybody was better than you that was posted in there at PvP.
Horseshit.
But I took a look and I seen the people that was in there, and I could have a couple little jokes right now about.
I put him on blast
wait,
too.
correct me if I'm wrong, Puppet, but how many times have you trashed discos in those arenas so far?
No.
I know for a fact the guy that won the PS4 Legends tournament like a month ago, I know Puppeteer shits on him in Legends. I
You
know
shit
that
on
for a
them in the
fact.
lair battles before.
Yeah, not even close. So-
And I ain't bashing Super Patriot, but he said in the forums, he's like, oh, Crappy's not that good at PvP. I've seen him in open world, and he just ran from me. All right, the one time I ran from him. It was him, another person, full PvP gear. I was fighting the Raven bounty, not in a group. I was spec for healing, wearing DPS gear in PvP. I had a
That
1
sounds like him.
DPS move. That is a terrible situation to be spec for healing, wearing DPS gear. You can't do any damage or heal yourself, but still, Super Patriot and his buddy and Raven could not kill me, and I got away. Now, who is the bad fucking players if 2 people can't kill me?
With
You're
a
right.
Raven
bounty.
beating me
Fuzzy.
up. And they waited to jump in until Raven spawned the ads. So Raven and all the ads, Super Patriot and his buddy that was a nature guy, couldn't kill me. So who the fuck is the bad one? Yeah, I got away. I wasn't gonna fight in fucking the totally wrong gear. I had like Vine Lash on my loadout for DPS. Like for real.
That's just sweet.
I mean, they're hating
Yeah,
on
but
you
not
for
when you're
kiting,
spec for
bro.
healing.
Bro, you're just kiting, bro. You're just kiting them over there. You're just kiting them, bro.
They started
Well, it's
beating
either
on me.
that or
I didn't
they-
have any sodas or anything because I used them for power for Raven. And then I was like, oh my, what the hell is killing me? Raven and the fucking guys don't hit like this. And then I was like, oh, we're going to wait until all the ads pop out to jump me, right?
Yeah, we've ran into DD in Legends arenas quite a bit, and I just say I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed. I don't see why anybody. I mean, I know the league's name is what, in teaching we learn or some bullshit like that. I mean, apparently if one person is supposedly the god of PvP, you haven't really been teaching your guys that much because we don't even PvP that much, and we got the better of them more times than they got the better of us. And we don't even PvP that much.
No, I just want to say they're lucky that we don't have shit. Like, remember that one night me and you weren't on count, and like, the people that don't PvP as much on, they had Lifestealer, who's good, but they had like
Lifestealer's
BC
good. Yeah,
and a few others who barely had PvP gear, and they did run into Disco Biscuits in the pit, and they trashed them.
yeah,
Like, I mean, didn't they say Patriot was with them too?
yeah. He was. Yeah.
Yeah, and he got trashed by our. They're still good players. They're not like.
Now, if that would have been Nimbus Yosh,
they trashed
and
Disco's best.
I have that gameplay footage. And,
Oh, you do?
And
Upload it.
See, that's the
No,
difference.
we're saving that one.
That's the difference. See, if that would have been Nimbus Yosh, he would have been uploading. And nothing against Nimbus. I'm just saying, that's what he does. He likes to upload and talk shit about his PvP. That's fine. But that just doesn't mean that you're the better PvP. Just because you happen to get a match where you win, that doesn't mean like you're the gods of PvP and you can call everybody else out that posts on the forums. Stuff like that. I mean, I've got some PvP matches I could, that recorded one against those kind of guys, and we don't put them up.
I mean, what about 2v2's Legends?
You got some of that.
Puppeteer and Moxie Mayhem versus DD.
Yeah, and you schooled them.
That plug was funny.
But I mean, I'm not trying to start anything. I'm just saying, we don't,
We've won some and lost some, but
to tell someone that they have no business like posting something on forum. I mean, those people know that Crappy plays the game every day. He's a dedicated player, and to sit there and say that he's embarrassing himself on the forums, I mean, he knows just as much about the. He knows just as much about the game as the next person. Trust me, and you guys can't touch him in PvE. Those guys posting on the forums there, you can't touch him in PvE. Does that mean you're not allowed to comment? I mean, I know you can't out DPS him, so are you not allowed to comment on anything he says on PvE or DPS on the forums? No, of course not. You're allowed to do that. Crappy will out DPS you though.
And the fact of the matter is,
I guarantee that.
I still fully understand how PvP works, even if I'm not the best, because I don't PvP. If I PvP'd as much as all those people do, I would fucking wreck their shit.
Yeah.
Like, I catch on really quick. Like, if I PvP'd since the beginning that I played this game, like all those other people did, like, I would be just as good at PvP as I am at PvP right now. And I would be fucking up there probably with the fucking top people PvPing, if I did it every single day.
Because your league is good at PvP. I know Rock Hardington's a beast.
I got Rock and Murder for like a whole week straight. They were the 2v2 champions. They beat everybody. They beat fucking One Piece, Disqualified. They were unfucking touchable. The only people that beat them were a sorcery healer and a sorcery DPS, because that was when the dog fucking shit was still going on, and they just bad karma'd them and dogged them the whole time. And they didn't lose because they got beat. They lost because they couldn't stay on the node because of that shit.
I mean, me and Macabre, you were in there when we were all running 4v4 arenas, weren't you?
Yeah.
Were you with us? Yeah, dude, we went on a 21 win streak. Me, Rock, Macabre, and who else was with us?
Cinder.
Cinder.
And that's not even a pre-made group, really.
And it
You
was
know what I mean?
arenas. It wasn't Legends. 21 wins.
Yeah, we just the robots and shit like that. That's all we were doing, just to get those feats out of the way. Fucking took us about 3 hours
Yeah,
till someone finally beat us, and we were just laughing, having a good time.
Yeah,
Like,
somebody in the
PvP aren't even as good as everybody thinks, because like
see,
people that don't PvP beat them all the time.
I'm gonna have to run with you guys for some of them feats. I tried to pug that crap, and pugs are awful in PvP.
Here we go, the Kaiser backpack again.
It's not the Kaiser backpack. I'm tired of pugs.
their backs hurting carrying
They're
your
not
ass.
doing anything. I'm going for a node. They're all playing deathmatch off like in some corner. Like, really, you're not even gonna try and capture a point?
So, Mage Lord, when you PvP, what normally do you guys do? I mean, I know you said scrimmage, but like, what do you guys normally do?
Well, right now I'm trying to get my DPS gear, so I've been doing a lot more of the regular stuff. But the pit's the main one that I like to do. But it's glitched right now. Like, I go in and people are phase glitching. Like, I'm getting block broken by the whole team, but I can only see one person. Like, it's horrible.
Are you on PS3 or PS4? I'm just curious.
PS3.
You're on PS3? Okay.
Yeah. But that's something that's been happening for a while. I don't know. The pit needs to be fixed. I'm on the forum right now looking at a thread about it. It's happening to a lot of people right now.
You could be in a different phase but still attack people.
Like, no, what's happening is you'll be on your screen, and your players, like, people are just phasing in and out. Like, you see them for 30 seconds, then they're gone for like 3 minutes, and like, people, you freeze. The pit is the most glitched PvP thing right now.
How long has it been going on? Because
the pit, it's been going on since they took out the last lap, like, basically since they nerfed last lap, since you didn't need the DLC to run the last lap stuff.
And is this arenas or is this Legends too? Because I've been in there in Legends and I haven't noticed that, but I'm on PS4, so I'm wondering if it's not partly PS4.
I'm not for sure about Legends. I don't really run Legends that much for the pit.
Yeah, somebody said in the chat it happened to them, and he's a PS4 user, so I don't know.
Yeah, so that's what I was wondering. Because I mean, pinning that down the way to do it. So.
It's like HQ, Hall of Doom HQ is a bad one too.
Oh yeah.
I hate both of those.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
I like the Hall of Doom a lot better than the Watchtower. The Watchtower.
Oh yeah, Hall of Doom is more bearable, especially if you win the first phase, because you can just freaking destroy everything.
The only PvP map I don't like are the safe houses. I don't really like those that much.
Well, that's because they're all buggy as hell.
I just don't like them because it seems like the hero
people
side
don't understand
NPCs are like God's gift to PvP when I'm sitting there and my gorillas are looking like they're fucking half done and shit. I'm getting pulled back across the room by freaking Black Canary.
It seems like the hero iconics are a lot tougher than the villain. I mean, maybe I'm just saying that, but
I'm getting
they probably are.
Yeah,
to be honest, fighting people like freaking steel and shit and can't break out of anything.
So I know something I wanted to talk about. It has to do with our one of our guests, Mage Lord. You said you were going to start your own podcast. Is that right, or am I off base on that, or what's up? I mean.
No, that's right.
Here's a chance to talk about it for a minute.
I was gonna fire it up in about a week or so, but after talking to you, I started looking at it. As of right now, Kaiser is pending on a co-host. I'm gonna talk to one of my buddies, Daniel Light, later on.
I know him. Yeah.
Yeah, I get to co-host 2 podcasts.
He's not talking about you.
Oh wait, you're talking about that.
What Kaiser? What Kaiser are you talking about?
No, Kaizex.
Oh, Kaizetz. I thought you said Kaiser. I'm sorry.
Nah,
I thought you were talking about 00 Scrub.
Oh, come on, man. Come
No,
on.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I don't need to do that much hate today.
Yeah,
Kaiser
you're-
is upset
you're
when people
talking.
use his name.
Damn.
That's who I thought this Kaiser was at first.
No, that's the European guy.
I'm better.
This is
Nah, this is the shitty Kaiser.
yeah, this is the crappy Kaiser, not crappy heels. Never mind. He's the shitty Kaiser.
This is the Kaiser that can't give us no power. That's why I have
Yeah,
to tank
right.
all the
Yeah,
Blue
yeah.
Lanterns.
Hey,
like
what's your
Bob
Vite,
AMG.
Kaiser? Go ahead and tell everybody your Vite.
I don't want to brag.
You don't want to brag. Well, anyway, go ahead, Mage Lord. Talk about your podcast. I'm sorry.
All
Go
right.
ahead.
You're fine. After talking to you, I plan on getting it up and going in about two or 3 weeks. It's gonna be on right after FNO, but I'm gonna have some competition with that, seeing as the source cast is on right after FNO.
Right.
But I don't know. I don't really like the source cast. I'm not trying to bash on them or anything. It's just that's like sleep medicine right there. If I want to go to sleep, I'm gonna tune into the source cast, and I don't know. I'm gonna try and model off of you guys, but add a little bit more PvP into it.
Right.
I gotta find I like Kaizax because Kaizax is mainly a PvEer, so I know that he's gonna like bring a good spot for the PvE, and
Yeah,
then
you
me
want to
and
have a
Dan.
mix. That's why we have a PC guy. We got Vagrant. He's our PC,
PC
guy.
elitist. He's our
You
PC
got
elitist.
we got
PC
an
elitist.
arrogant asshole right here.
We got Puppeteer on. He kind of he wants to talk some shit.
I'm the Wanderer.
You should see the resin I'm scraping out of this ball right now. Ooh,
Jesus.
Who
man.
cares about the damn? You're not supposed to drink the bong water. Anyway,
So
so Mage, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're straight. But yeah, I see a lot of podcasts, and a lot of them I like you guys' podcast. I like watching it, except for the time slot. The time slot is horrible.
You don't like the
'Cause-
time slot? Yeah.
we've been screaming Saturdays.
Yeah, I've had some people, but I'd have to. Vagrant and I would have to talk because Vagrant and I started this, so I mean, any decisions done on something like that has to be unanimous, basically with everyone. So I don't know. I know we have kind of a bad time slot. It's kind of the best we can do.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't
I still
see it.
tune
I don't
in. I
see
got
anything
school
wrong
on
with
Mondays, but
something.
I still tune into it.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate that definitely, and
What's wrong with Sundays?
yeah, I hope if you start yours up, you'll have me on the show sometime. Yeah.
Hopefully.
That'll be
I
a boring.
plan on-
That'll be a boring episode. But anyway,
Count will be trying to end your podcast early and shit.
I've never
Say,
seen
well,
a
yeah, I
I've
gotta
never
go to
seen a
bed.
podcast
Yeah.
have to backpack someone.
Hold on, I gotta wait. I gotta go take my Lipitor.
that you guys.
Wife's trying to excite me. Sorry, gonna have to end the
Yeah.
show early tonight. Oh wait, never mind.
Still.
My wife won't
I'll-
leave me alone. I don't know why she gets horny around midnights. It's Sunday night. I don't know what it is. I just leave-
Maybe you should go and give her some like clorazepam or something like that. Maybe she's a sexomniac or something.
Maybe you should just give her the scrub bucket and be done with it.
Oh,
Maybe
there
you should
go.
just tease her or get her over with before the show.
Get her a vibrator, man.
Hey, that's a good idea. I can talk to BCD about that. Anyway,
Yeah,
we're
true.
getting off. I don't want to talk about that shit, man.
As
Come
long
on.
as
You're gonna
can't
throw a
stop
phase
me,
dodge in your wife?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Well, you gotta remember, it's got that
better than
12-second
Touch some
cooldown.
air.
Oh yeah.
anyway.
That's not long enough to get anybody off anymore. Fucking thing.
All right. So you were thinking about doing it Friday nights, right? At about what 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock or something like that.
Yeah, right after Friday Night Legends ends.
Yeah.
Directly after. I
That's
forgot all about FNL when I made my video. I keep meaning to put it to take it down. I'm busy.
Right.
But yeah, right after FNL ends, that's when I plan on having my podcast up.
Cool.
FNL sucks, dude. People watch that.
Yeah, I don't like it, but they get a lot of views. Ever
It's
since like
boring.
I'm not dogging on Super Patriot, but ever since he started like being one of the co-hosts on it, that's when it just started falling apart. Like, cause all they've been doing is legend tours, and it lost how it was when they first brought it out, and like everyone like you had leagues trying the new content and stuff. Like, it's not there anymore. Like, why do I want to watch somebody play Legends when I can do it myself?
Well, the main reason I watch it, if I ever do, I didn't catch it last Friday. I mean, I won't make it a point to watch it, but if I'm like bored, not doing anything, I'll watch it. I do it for Jens Anderson to try to drop hints about the new stuff. stuff like that. So
Well,
I'm
it's
just waiting for
usually
him
all
to
you got to do
throw
is
a
watch the
fucking nasty
beginning of
word
it,
out.
and then that's
I
about
think
it.
if they make their show more just yins and meps talking, because I think those dudes are hilarious. I think they have like a good little comedy.
What they need to do, what they need to do is one day they need to have me and Crappy on their co-hosting.
Oh Lord, nobody watched that
Well,
shit.
yeah, that show will go real well.
Gens or Meps will never be in the same chat as me. They probably hate me.
Like, oh, there's
Oh,
that
no.
guy.
But I like watching them talk, just like make fun of each other and stuff. I think they have a good chemistry.
Yeah,
Gens
me
is
too.
a
I think
deuce.
they're funny.
Yeah, he
They're like
called
Mike and Mike.
No,
just think
they need to seriously let me on. I'll do the PvE challenge myself. I'll solo the avatars. Bring it.
yeah, all right.
Yeah.
You can't
Bring it.
solo the vault, you dumbass. Anyway,
Hey, it's not my fault. Those bouncy balls. In fact, hashtag Nerf Vault. Them bouncy balls do too much damage.
Kaiser got beat up by the enchanted statue the other day. One shot.
Oh.
but yeah, I mean, like I said, well, I'll definitely tune into your show. I mean, I just kind of looking. We kind of started ours to be a little different, and a lot when we first started, we got a lot of hate because we were running our mouths a little bit. We were starting some shit. We were talking about some people. We were talking about this player, that player, and people weren't used to that. They were like, "Oh my God, I can't believe they're saying that kind of stuff." So I got a lot of messages, and now a lot of people that were saying that to me at the beginning now are like, "Oh, we like more of the comedy aspect of it. More of the just, we just get together and bullshit about the game." And whatever
more
random
used to-
pops up,
Well, in
It's
update
like bar talk.
37, here's the
Yeah,
same
we don't just sit here and
information that
read
you
the
could
patch
read on
notes.
the forums.
Yeah, it's like we don't really want to
Yeah, I
do
definitely
that.
like that. The first time I watch you guys' podcast, because usually when I watch a podcast, it's like, oh, I already know how this is, and then I get in and I'm like, wow, this he's got a parental advisor. I wonder what's going on. I get in and I was like, oh, this is good. I
Well,
gotta watch this.
I did that
I'm gonna
to
say
get
fuck a
people's
lot. I'm gonna
attention.
call
Yeah, and I
people
made you
out.
stop doing that advisory.
Well, now that people know what we're about, I don't have to do that,
No, you had to do it because I kept making you put a disclaimer up like 20 times an episode.
Oh shit.
Kaiser's doing bath salts. I'm smoking weed.
Yeah, we
People are
just
cursing.
get together and bullshit about the game, and I think it's more like off the cuff, and it's more just we kind of just do things. We don't plan anything, we don't have the structure really to our show. We're just kind of random, and everyone can talk about what they want. If one guy
so
wants
the
to bitch,
script
if
that you
Vagrant wants to
emailed
bitch
to me, I
about
can throw
something, he
away
can do
finally?
that. If Crappy wants to bitch, and that's kind of like our format,
We still get some informative information.
Yeah,
out
we
once
talk
in a while.
about like upcoming. What do you guys think about the finally giving the home turf bounties, the letting us get the drops for the styles on the home?
I made a
About
video
fucking
about it
time.
saying, "Thank fucking God."
I'm predicting 2 weeks after the forum crying hashtag Nerf bounties. Oh my God, they can skip all the tier content now. You buy stuff to get to tier 3, you run the police precinct to get to tier 4, then you just run tier 4 bounties and get your set, and you're automatically tier 5 in a day. Yeah,
I'm glad they
waiting for
did.
them to
It
do
just-
hashtag Nerf it for skipping content.
Hey, anything I can get extra skill point off where I can grind it out.
Oh, no, I want this. I want the styles. Don't get me wrong. I'm just
Yeah.
waiting for the forum guys to go completely off the wall and hashtag Nerf bounties next.
Yeah, well, but
About the
I'm with you,
hashtag.
Vagrant. I'm glad they did that. That needed to be done.
That
And nerf
yeah,
everything.
Yep.
fucking Inferno modules can go to hell.
But what's the one feat in the game right now that they really need to fix? And I know you guys know what it is.
Wait, 1 feat that they need to fix?
Yeah,
or what?
that's. I know Crappy's got the feat, and I think he's.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking
Oh,
about.
come
It
on. They
has
don't need to
not
fix
what
that.
I
You guys
ordered.
just need to fucking put the time and dedication
Yeah,
in to do
whatever.
it.
Not what I ordered.
Oh, yeah, that
Not what
one.
I ordered exactly. That one's hard to get.
It
What
took
is that
me
again?
a long
What is that one
time.
again?
Defeat 19 primeval demons. It should always spawn a
The
primeval.
boss
Oh, yeah,
rituals.
You gotta get the right mission, and then pray to God you get at least one.
Yeah, I mean, even
And it's like a
one
1 in 10 chance. It
I've
seems
never
like.
seen.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even go 1 in 10. I'd go like 1 in 50.
Yeah, those things are retarded.
Dude, I stood there and stole people, not stole people's, but like jumped in when people were doing it. For like a month and a half straight, I stood in Gotham Wastelands by that mission to complete that feat. Like that shit takes so long.
It does. It does take a long time.
It's ridiculous the spawn rate. And then I remember doing it the one day with fucking lucky ass Kaiser over here. We're like, oh, let's see if you get this mission. Of course,
I was in
Kaiser
that
gets the
group.
mission,
Yeah, I was
and then
in
we
that
go
group.
over, and what does he get? The 2 fucking primeval demons.
Hey, but in defense, you've got it finished. I'm still at 10 out of 19. That's the only feat I haven't finished in that DLC.
You didn't have the dedication that I had.
You just got
Sitting
lucky.
there for like.
I stood
years
there
waiting
all
on
day. I would
people.
go there right around reset when I knew everybody would be doing it, and I would just pick my mission, see if I got it, and if I did, I'd do it, and then I would just wait for everybody else. There was a bunch of other people camping out too. I was even doing it like the heroes. Me and this one dude were standing there watching a hero do it, seeing if he was getting any. And we joined him in and we killed the primeval demon. And then I was going to be nice and let the hero go because I got a primeval demon and the other guy kills him. He's like, oh, we didn't need him. He served his purpose.
So what's everyone going to spend on replays when this update 34 comes out for doing skill points?
Probably a shit ton.
You should see how much replays I've got saved up.
How many you got saved up?
I'm gonna say 1,000, maybe 2.
Sweet. Nice.
Luck-
I have
Luckily,
like
I'm-
1,600.
Nice.
Luckily, I'm only going to have to spend 300 to 400. I mean, my main's got over 100. I'm just bringing up my alt, who's got 115, so I only need about 30, 35 skill points. It's not going to be that much.
I know people whose mains don't have 115 skill points. You
Right.
kidding me?
No, my main's like 154.
Yeah, that's
My
what
alt
my
has
that's what I have.
115. I feel like such a noob when I'm on him. I can't even spec into all my
It's
DPS.
just a matter of
It's
putting in the
depressing.
work and the effort. If you want it, go for it.
What do you have, Puppet? 170?
165.
165. Yeah. I know Vagrant's got like 160, don't you?
No, 158.
158.
I
I'm
need to
off
get
by
on
2.
that one.
Sorry.
I got 156.
See, my
soon to be
alt-
fucking 160 as soon as the skill point things come out.
Yeah.
And now that we all said that, hashtag nerf skill points.
Yeah.
They got
Right.
all the precision and might. That's why they're beating me. Nerf skill points.
Skill points are about to get a buff in DLC 10.
Yeah, I wonder what that is. Like I said, we were
I
speculating
keep
about that, which
wondering
we do
what
every
that
show.
is. I'm so freaking curious.
Yeah, I know.
You know what might-based powers need? This is a little off topic, but almost all precision powers except light have a precision buff. And only one, I can't even think. Fucking resin. It's killing me here. Whew.
Damn, dude, get yourself
Hive mind?
together.
You're
But
talking about
Hive Mind
Mind.
is the only power that buffs might. Why don't other powers have a might buff?
Well, it's not even that. They did that big overhaul, and every last buff got changed to a percentage base instead of Hive Mind. Even
Yep.
Carnage, which is right across it in the same tree, got
Mhm.
changed to like a 35% or some kind of buff, while Hive Mind is still just a base. You gain 300 might or
They're
something.
just
stupid.
like might powers. Ugh.
Make it a percentage. Why is that the only power they left out?
I have a very simple solution to the might precision battle.
I
Even
do
if, I
too.
mean, you could balance it out a little bit more by giving us more might with the gear, or giving them less precision next tier to balance it out.
That's what they need
Or-
to do.
Or you could just reduce the power cost back to when we were T4, and then the people that used might powers could use more power to spam their powers more. Well, not spam them, but keep up their rotations, and that would be really easy to keep
Yeah,
up.
don't
with
spam
precision people
powers.
then.
Don't spam powers. You'll get a penalty, remember? Like that
Well,
guy
when
said.
you're
Oh no.
Or, I mean, they could just, instead of it being like, what is it, 0.45% damage per point of might, just bump it up to like 0.6 or something. I mean, even that would be.
Yeah, just bump it up a little bit. That's all it needs.
They need to reduce the power cost too. I'm totally
And they
against.
need to
physical power
revisit
cost
Earth and Lightning.
bullshit.
I would say just Earth. Electric is fine. Like, to me,
The-
from what I've been seeing, especially through lightning speed, it all lies within the user.
Well, I
Well, you
still
didn't
think
see
certain moves need range.
Kaiser's. You didn't see Kaiser's performance yet. I'm just going to say that.
Well, Kaiser was
I'm
using a.
I'm terrible with. I was electric for like 3 days, and not even 3 days. No, it was like 2 days. The second day I tried DPSing with it, it's just the range bothered me.
Well,
I went back to my nature.
You could still do good with electricity, but you're never gonna compete with somebody who's a different power, who's a good player.
Well, like I was just disappointed in the ticks. Like I would do electrocute, and the numbers I was seeing, I was getting like more than with the same might. I was getting more than double when I used to be nature. Like I throw a briar, and then spread it, and I'm seeing way bigger numbers than electrocute was doing. Like this doesn't make sense. They're
Yeah, I can
both-
vouch for that because I'm nature now. I just switched from electric.
the numbers don't make sense.
Yeah.
And when you do cast electrocute, the dots wear off, and the power still has half a fucking cooldown left on it. So, like, what the fuck a point is that? You can't even put electrocute back up after the dots wear off. You have to wait a fucking another
Voltage
10
won't
seconds
make
for
no
the power
sense
to
to me.
cool down.
I think what's wrong with electric is in PvP, electric drops health faster than any other power, but they can't finish it because they've got no 35%er. But if you if you have the same PvP loadout as you do in PvE, in PvP you're gonna come out on top in damage, but in PvE you won't.
Right.
So I think that's what the devs are maybe confused on, because it's great for PvP and buffing it up. It'd just be bad for the PvP players, and it'd be forum crying all over again.
Right. Yeah, I
That's
really
another
liked
issue where
electric
they
in the
need to be
PvP, like
separating
one
it.
layer
I
battles.
just wish might number to might number with consistent might. It just hit harder. Like other powers also hit harder, like a Fire's Inferno or like Quantum's Gravity Well. They still hit harder than electrocute with the same might. They just really need to adjust it for PvE.
Yeah.
Yeah, your loadout might have been screwed up too, guys.
That too. I was trying to do.
Yeah,
like,
you were
something
screwing
bolt
with
5
different
feet
stuff
away
in
that
the
was
loadout.
missing. Like really,
Yeah,
how close
voltaic
have to be?
bolt. You might as well use stone as earth. Like voltaic
Pretty
bolt's
much.
poop.
If you
Poop.
use the same loadout that Count used,
The
It's a fucking
polarized
awesome
loadout that I
loadout.
should have used.
that's a really good loadout.
Now, I had a guy tell me today on my YouTube that was the worst loadout ever. And I was
Dude,
like,
that's a really good loadout. I know, like, even when Rock switched, he was fucking beasting out with it.
I liked it. It's got the polarization PI. Yeah, I mean, I didn't have a problem with it. I wasn't the best with it. I'm not saying I
It's
was.
still not
Yeah,
gonna
I
keep
did
up
decent
other
with it.
powers that are
Yeah.
awesome. It's no Celestial.
No, it's no
or Light.
Celestial. No, that's,
you know?
oh, man.
Well, the precision powers work better than the might
Yeah,
powers
the
in the
pi-
game
yeah,
as
the-
of right now, though.
Like I was saying, the might numbers just need to be boosted a little bit. That's going to
With phase dodge, though, it used to be the equalizer, but no, not anymore.
But
That's
not
what I thought. Till today. I mean, I was testing. I was testing out nature earlier today, testing out some loadouts, and if I were to use the same loadout that I was using as nature with phase dodge, my damage I would have been less. Like I saw my damage increase because now instead of because phase dodge was my life, I loved it. Because I liked clipping, but like now going back, and I had to work to get a good loadout. Nature's fine without phase dodge. Like, I mean, I guess I could do what
No
you do
way.
and get some merit tokens if I wanted to clip that bad, but.
Man,
Oh,
nature
God.
used to be
Merit tokens,
beast.
I knew.
I don't know why people fucking laugh at that. Nature tokens are the same thing as clipping with consumables. It's just consumables weren't out before.
It just
You know.
sounds funny, man. Merit.
It does sound a little funny.
I remember when I was.
But
I can't
phase
believe that-
dodge
is that
made
still a
nature
thing for real?
competitive. I
Well,
ran
yeah.
fucking Nexus with everybody yesterday, and we were doing we were doing the one feat where you don't wake up any bots, so we were pulling every single ad, and with all the ads in there coming in small little groups like that, I could get a vine lash on the ads, and everybody would have them fucking killed. I didn't even have any time to fucking get my poisons or spread them on there. It was
Yeah,
fucking
I understand that. I
pathetic.
got some of that.
Well, that's
That makes
So,
sense.
like
yeah,
on the
mine-
boss fights, man, nature is still beast without phase dodge, but
Well, I would
phase
have to
dodge
argue
benefited in ads.
that just about in any MMO, if you play a dot-based or class, you usually will have that problem during trash. But during bosses, you're
You used to
fantastic.
not have that problem though.
But it doesn't matter. You do fantastic during bosses.
You know, a lot of times
Not
there's more
fantastic enough.
stacking. In other
Not
MMOs, you can
fantastic
stack
enough.
more of that.
Yeah, but in other MMOs, DPS isn't based off of your total damage. It's based off of what you're currently doing at that time.
At that time, right? Exactly.
Well,
Yeah,
this is
they
decent.
measure it a little different. It's just not a tallied number of
Yeah,
damage.
I like to go in, though, and be able
Crappy
to
bet
fucking
you like 10
poop
bucks.
on
You're
top.
doing the most DPS during those boss fights than anyone else in the raid, but you still are considered the best because you didn't do the best total.
I'm doing really good damage on the boss, but not
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
one
know.
thing
See,
to
that's
think
what I'm
of.
saying, though.
Yeah.
I
You
feel
are
Celestial
technically
Rage
doing more
light,
for the team, but since DPS is based off of how much damage you did total, it's not comparative for some
Oh
reason.
yeah,
It
no,
just
I
like-
look at it that way.
Can
I know
I
where
have
my
the floor for a
weaknesses and
second?
strengths are.
Go ahead, take it, Kaiser.
I'm just looking at the chat real quick. Mr. J-Man here.
No,
Kaiser,
he's
BCD.
trolling you.
Yeah, he better be because you're teaching him because there's no way he's pulling that shit off. I'm done.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
All right.
No way that's happening.
Okay, thanks for.
Him switching to hard light. You're gonna see trains flying. He's just gonna be sitting in the back like train. Like really?
Anyway.
Who would he be
That's
modeled
not
after?
gonna happen.
What Marvel character would he be modeled after?
I
Thomas
don't even
the
want to
Train.
think about
Yeah, lightning
that.
speed DCO says you got to do static push before hitting electrocute. Yeah,
We all knew that.
yeah, that's the PI. Actually,
A lot
I
of
throw
people
the
probably don't
bomb.
know.
I throw the bomb before I do electrocute, and then you clip electrocute with wired. But it's
Do you
still,
even need wired if you're already polarizing them?
yeah. Well, you get extra crits.
Wired
with your weapon.
electrifies.
Yeah,
you
and
get
then
crits with your weapon
You
attack.
don't get a double PI, do you? You don't get like 2 extra ticks
No.
if they're
Yeah, you get
polarized
an
and
extra tick
electrified.
if you're polarized. You get an extra tick.
No, I'm saying if they're polarized and electrocuted, do you 2
I don't
extra
think
ticks?
so. I could be wrong, but I don't think it works that way.
I kind of
don't
like
know.
using the overcharge too. That was kind of fun to watch those numbers roll
Yeah.
off.
Yeah, he says Mage Lord has a 22-minute Nexus run. You can see.
Hit an 8K with dual wield. Anybody could hit 8K with dual wield.
Yeah, that's true. He was
Dual wield
using
is
dual
crazy, man. I noticed that. Like I was never one of those guys who used dual wield because it's too slow for me. And then I was using it last night because they took my baby away from me.
Yeah,
So
you're a
I'm
flavor of the
kinda like-
month.
Well,
I'm kind of
that's-
working on other things, and dual wield hits really hard. And like, there's a few powers that benefit from dual wield though, like electricity, nature, ice, a couple other powers. Not too many though. And a lot of powers using dual wield will actually put you under in DPS than if you kept your rotation going. Like powers like rage and celestial.
Celestial.
Those people using
Celestial
that,
people
using
don't even
dual
know
wield
what a
with it.
weapon is.
Yeah, you don't
Yeah.
need a weapon with rage
That's true.
and celestial. We went up a rage guy with a rage guy a fucking week ago or something. He was using dual wield. He was doing dreadful blast and then dual wield. I ended up beating him in DPS and I fucking tanked half the raid because he just thought dual wield is so beast. I could just fucking charge his dual wield and beat everybody. But it don't work like that with all powers. Certain powers you'll do very well with dual wield, but not all of them.
Oh my
AK.
god.
Well, what do you think, guys? About time to maybe wrap it up a little bit, or what? What's up?
Hop on the game, do some shits.
Probably. Nothing really else to talk about.
Yeah, I'm gonna be tweaking my
You want-
twerking like Miley Cyrus at my
Oh,
nature
God.
loadout tonight.
Oh wait! I forgot.
So-
My bad, guys. It just came back.
Yeah, go ahead.
my
If you got something to talk
listeners
about,
wanted
talk
shout
about
out lightning speed. He won't shut up in the chat. He wanted to shout out Super Assassin,
Yep.
Moonlight, Guap Man. If you guys ever meet Guap Man in game, leave the chat, because if he finds out you're a YouTuber, you won't hear the end of it. Put me in your video. I'ma boost your subscribers by 500 in a day. Just the
Oh,
name.
trust me, Count loves that. His best moment of every day is logging in and getting like 20 tells of people either wanting to be in videos or wanting to join the league.
Yeah, if you
No, I
hear
love-
He
that,
absolutely loves that.
count
That's all-
space Shockula. Send him tells when you see him log in. Just spam him. He loves it.
Rock Hardington wants to know if I still need the wave speed feet. Yeah, I do actually. I do still
Yeah, me
need.
too. I'm down.
I need the wave speed feet.
Yeah, we
I'm
did that
down by the
last
time
night.
that
Speaking
J-Man and
of-
BCD
speaking
aren't
of
on to
next
drag
week,
us down.
Speaking of our show next week, we may get old Rock Hardington on as a guest next week.
Bow, bow, bow.
Are you sure that's a smart move?
Hey, he's not my problem. It'll be Crappy's problem. All right, he'll be that'll be Crappy's. Crappy will have to worry about babysitting him. I
Yeah.
can't be responsible.
You guys will understand why it would be so hard to stay with this league sometimes. Hey, Boo, how you doing?
I
How's
will
my
not be
boo doing?
responsible for any Asian babies being harmed during the live stream or anything like that. So, or anything that he says, I'm not responsible for. But We'll let him come on and talk if he wants to. He may not want to.
Oh, he said he would.
He may
Just
be
make
scared. You think he's scared, Macabre?
I don't think he's scared. He's like, sometimes I don't like talking to people.
Yeah,
But
he's
it's
not like a real
you don't have
talkative
to
guy.
Yeah, you don't have to sit there and talk to people. Like you can do what I'm doing right now, and I'm just farming right now.
Yep.
And I'm listening to the chat and not really paying attention to whatever's written down, but I'll look over every once in a while.
Oh man.
Rock like
I figured
man, so.
six, 7 people on tonight. I was like, man, I'm just gonna keep quiet for now, and then I'll wait.
Sometimes it's kind of hard having this many people, but it's still fun sometimes to have a lot of people on. You know.
Yeah, this is like the AVN Awards, man.
Yeah, just different people, you know, bullshitting about stuff. You know, that's what we're here for.
Hey, Count.
Yo.
One of my league members wants to know if you got a ring of OP yet.
No, I do not.
He said he got his the first try. He's
Yeah,
poking fun at you.
yeah, I know.
What about
Cal
that?
can even get a utility belt.
Yeah,
I don't
what
even
about
have I can't even get a utility belt on my main. Of course, I've ran it 5 times on my alt. And I got a utility belt on my alt, but not my main. I can't get a. I'm not going to get into it. I've bitched enough about it. Yeah.
That's how it always is, though.
As far as rings for a lot of us, I'm going to say it's not for lack of trying because we had to run that 50 to 100 times easy.
I have ran A and B 43 times on my main and 5 times on my alt. Or something like that.
I've run it a little more than that, and I still can't get a ring.
I've pugged it more than you. I've pugged it 5 times, Kaiser.
I had a lot of runs even with lifted, like when you weren't on. I still can't get one. Like we've probably run it the same actually. If you count everything.
I've spent a lot. It's been over 4,000 replays on it.
I've gone to about that.
I've got everything. I just can't get a utility belt. But oh well.
I learned my lesson on replaying it. You guys are crazy.
Yeah. I even doubled down.
I rerun it with you guys just for fun, but I don't replay it.
When we do,
shut up, Rock.
Yeah, quiet down, Rock Hardington.
Yeah, whatever.
Rings are easy to get.
Rings are easy.
We don't want to hear it, Luckbox.
Every time I'm sitting right next to him, I'm like, oh, hey, I got a ring.
How many does he have now? Does he have 2 for DPS and 2 for
He probably has fucking
healing?
4 of them, 2 for each
Does he?
roll, knowing him.
No,
I'd
he's
be
probably
pissed if he
got
did.
2 for precision, and then he's got 2 with might mods in it or something.
He's sucking somebody at SOE. That's all I know. Anyway.
Tracks.
Well, that's not going to get you anything. That might get you like a 4-man Gates run or something.
Might as well just start off with the worst taste in your mouth.
Anyway, come on, guys. So anyway, we're gonna wrap it up. Like I said, Puppeteer, Mage Lord, thanks for sitting in with us, bullshitting with us.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it was fun. Like I said, you get that podcast running. We'll look for it. I'll give you an advertisement on our show. Whatever you want. And because we do get on iTunes, so if you want to make an advertisement for it or something, I'll put it on the iTunes version. We got a lot of hits on our iTunes, so
yeah, I've seen.
We get like 5,000-6,000 downloads a week now, basically from iTunes. So.
Shit.
There's a lot of people listening to us that aren't like in the stream, live. So
I don't want to hear how many downloads you get. Nimbus Yosh did the math, man. He knows all.
We don't need to bring that back up.
He might. I don't know. Yeah, according to him, nobody listens to us, but oh well. He doesn't like me, so.
I think his videos are funny, but from everything I've seen of him, he's that guy that's out in the open world, flying above you so high, and then he kills you, and then he's like, "Oh, you just got beasted, son."
And he's got other people.
You know what I'm calling for? We've all seen it around the Hall of Doom. We've seen Robot Super Patriot. Why isn't there a Robot Nimbus Yosh yet? No, why isn't there a Robot Nimbus Yosh yet?
I'm on top of it.
Someone get on that. Robot Nimbus Yosh.
I got no problem with it, man.
Before I forget to count, man, don't forget to tell everybody about Night Siege's new sex line you got coming out too. You might want to.
What is it?
What?
I couldn't hear you.
Night Siege's phone sex line you got coming out. You need to get that out there.
Oh, the Kaiser Night Siege phone sex line. Yeah, we're going to be launching that soon.
You're fine. Is that going to be sponsored by Crappy Chatterbait over here?
Toaster 3000.
That's going to be sponsored by Crappy's Chatterbait.
Nimbus records with Toaster 3000, really?
That's right.
No, I think he's got his George Foreman grill hooked up to his cell phone or something.
God.
Making that soggy bacon. Yeah.
Someone's got
You
to
guys
take.
are cruel.
Yeah, take the shot glass off. It doesn't really help the focus much.
Well, anyway, I think we're out. I know
Count shutting
Vagrant's
us
wanting to get
down.
going. He's like, there's nothing to talk about.
Okay, male. We'll do bark small.
Vagrant's man is coming over. He gets to get off.
Oh,
Villain.
come on.
Primal.
I mean, you're the
I
one
know.
who's
I know.
always
Quake's
talking
gonna
about
laugh
your
at this
good
one.
crap.
So
Plus, you're the 30-year-old who lives alone. Oh man,
I'm not.
all day, all night.
Oh,
He says I'm here alone.
Kaiser's with him. What are you talking about?
Hey man, we only see your selfies on Facebook. We all know you live alone.
They're rubbing
buddy.
Cheetos on each other.
oh, that's hot.
I don't
Hey,
like
they need to
Cheetos.
do
That's
a-
messy.
They need to do like a reality show and have Kaiser and Crappy move in together. That would be awesome, like Robin Big or some shit like that. That'd be hilarious.
Kaiser would be in the basement and I'd have to
No,
pay all the
only
bills.
if we-
I don't want that to
It'd be
happen.
like-
I'd say we
Whoa.
could do a reality show with Spittle, but all the Cheetos would be gone at that point.
what would be the name of that? Two bros, no ho.
That's terrible. Terrible.
All right,
Yeah,
guys.
Says the guy running a daycare on his mic every day in league
Hey,
chat.
hey, hey, calm it down.
Oh shit! Oh,
Mine.
you gotta admit, Kaiser comes up with some good ones every once in a while. You
I
gotta
love when the
admit that.
truth comes out.
Yeah. All right,
Will you
guys. Well,
handle
we are
your
out of here.
kids?
Like I
I mean,
said,
come
And
on.
then you got Count, who left
No.
his mic on half the night last night after he got off. We heard some shit, Count, and I recorded it.
you heard me watching Bob's Burgers on Netflix.
Oh,
you
that's
dumbass.
not all we heard.
Count gets off and he still
Well,
stays
well,
in the
if you were
PSN
watching
chat while he
Bob's
bangs the
Burgers,
old lady.
then Bob was incredibly happy over something.
Well, like I said, check out Mage Lord's
you
YouTube channel. I have the
change
information
stuff
up
like
on the
that.
screen. Shut up, Kaiser. I've got the information up on the screen. You can check out his
How are you doing
YouTube
this with a
channel and
straight
look out for his
face?
podcast coming. Puppeteer doesn't have a YouTube channel. He's too lazy for that kind of shit.
Yeah,
I'll
I
send
do.
you
We
files,
don't have
Scrub
no
Bucket,
videos
don't
on
worry.
it, so you can just look at my
I'm
my
sending
band
Scrub
if you want.
Bucket a file. You'll have it soon, Scrub.
So anyway, guys, we are out of here.
Wait. Yeah, we got to end it before Crappy says something incredibly stupid.